Good evening, folks. We are live and up and running. So let's switch everything over to the correct layout, get loaded up, and get started. All right. I was tinkering around with the menu settings here. We need to test sound once the game gets up and running, but I think I got it set more or less so it's not blasting everything. It's gonna get noisy. Hey, I see Ryura's here. Ryura says, "Hello, Raku. Happy AC6 release day." Yes, indeed. The day is finally here. Without exaggeration, I can tell you that I've been looking forward to today for a decade. Let me fix something real quick. There we go. Yeah, it's been like 10 years since I last played an Armored Core game. Last one I played was 5, and I didn't get to play Verdict Day, which came out a year later. And so it's been forever. I didn't think I'd ever play another game in this series, but we are here. And because it's globally releasing technically on the 25th because of time zones, I'm on the West Coast on Pacific time. I forgot that it was going to be playable today. Originally, I was going to be playing something else today, and then we'd be looking at this on Saturday. But once I figured that out and was able to preload and get everything ready, I said, screw it, we're jumping in today. So this is a first look at Armored Core 6. I have not played it at all. I was working today and making sure everything got installed. I did load up like the very first intro sequence to make sure like it would run. But other than that, aside from watching footage, I don't know anything about what we're jumping into. Ryura says if I wasn't at work now, I would be playing Armored Core and have your stream on my second monitor. Okay. Well, don't get in trouble at work, for one. And two, I don't know if you told me you were getting it on PC, but I'm going to have to poll the community, probably in the Discord, of people that are playing it on what platform. So that, for folks, I think Lava King is getting this on PC. I don't know if anybody else, off the top of my head, is going to be playing it. But when we get around to like multiplayer and stuff, maybe we can organize some things with the community. But yeah, definitely exciting. All of the impressions from people out in the community who are playing it have been glowing. There's been some really interesting, stupid takes from some game journalists, but I don't really trust a lot of those. They're the minority, though. The majority of the big publications, even things, people like IGN and some of the other big outlets, have been giving high marks to this game. Higher than this series, I think, has ever seen. But let's go ahead and jump in. Vera says, it's okay, my job is very lax on phones being used when we aren't busy, don't worry. Alright, dude, I'm just saying, don't get in trouble because you're watching a streamer. Okay, you did get it on PC. Very good. Alright. We'll test the cutscene volume. I'm going to turn my headphones up a little bit. And I'll let this intro play.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device. Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule on my signal.
It's pretty decently loud. I don't think the in-game volume will be quite as loud. Hey Eric, welcome to the stream. We're just getting started with Armored Core.
Descent to ISB 2262, Rubicon 3, complete.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Alright, we got control. Looks like we're hitting about 50% on the in-game volume. When stuff starts exploding, I'm going to keep an eye on the readout, make sure it doesn't spike up too high. The sound design in this game is apparently really good, but I don't want it to be super loud. Hey, Mysterious Phoenix is here. What's up, Mysterious Phoenix? Welcome to the stream. You're ready for some mecha mayhem, you've come to the right place. Alright, let's check out our movement. I'm using PlayStation controller on PC here. I think it's going to give me some tutorial prompts as we go, but looks like X is jump. It allows us to get height. L plus circle puts us into perma boost mode. Okay, I was wondering how you do that. This is faster movement on the ground, doesn't consume energy like it has in certain games in the past. You can kind of just coast pretty quickly here. And then pop up with X to gain height. Okay. That's telling me about the energy bar, which is right below. It's the gray full bar below my reticule. Oh, I can hit square to boost, to quick boost and put myself into boost mode as well. Okay. Targets on screen, they will aim. We got weapons on shoulders, bumpers for back weapons, and I believe it's triggers for hand weapons. So, like, left trigger is my blade, right trigger is going to be rifle, and there's cooldown on that blade. Alright, let's test out some combat.
Clear out those guard mechs. Perfect chance to test your AC.
Okay, I gotta be careful putting my assault boost on. That's left stick click, which sometimes I tend to push hard on left sticks whenever I'm playing games like this. It's gotta be careful I don't turn that on by accident. Blame God Hand for that. It's a bad habit. Okay, when we lose auto sight lock, it means we've killed a target. Or if I change camera abruptly, I think it'll redirect the target. Controls feel pretty responsive. I'm not used to my weapons being on the shoulders, though. It's going to take some getting used to. Alright, let's see. You. Slapped. I want to say in 4 Answer, when Matt and I played it, Quick Boost was not on a face button. I want to say it was on one of the triggers or bumpers. Now it's on square, which I think is pretty intuitive. It means you basically put all of your attack buttons on the shoulders and bumpers, but I am not used to that. We're going with default controls, and I'm not going to bother remapping it. But yeah, everything feels smooth. Okay, D-pad.
Your AC's taking damage. Patch it up.
2 repair kits remaining.
See the contaminated city down there? That's where you're landing.
Let's take a look at these set pieces here.
Access the catapult.
Eric asks, is this the new one, by the way? Oh, whoops. Yep, this game literally just came out an hour ago. It went live, for at least for my time zone, at 3 Pacific. And it's brand new. I think a ton of people are probably streaming it right now. But yeah, hot off the presses. So this is my first look with hands-on, and I wanted to share it with all of you. But look at that. Look at that landscape. Very bleak, brutalistic, and futuristic in its design. But we're gonna go down there. We're gonna go somewhere over there, I think. Catapult time. Eric says, I'm trying the newest season of Destiny 2. As I've listened to the community finally, and it shows. Well, that's good. I know people have been talking about lack of good content updates in Destiny. Or maybe they're listening finally. Shoutouts to the opening of 4 Answer.
If we get our hands on Rubicon's coral, we'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back. Enough chat, back to work. Scavenge the AC Rex ahead and find a valid mercenary license. We're illegals here. You'll need ID to operate.
Eric says they announced a lot of stuff, more PvP things, new game mode, and they're adding more subclasses to the oldest ones. Well, that's good. Means more content. Okay, let's see. Why is the broadcast dropping severely? That's weird. Before we move forward, I need to see why it's doing that. It's perfectly fine on my end. Where I'm playing, it's moving at 60 and it's not stuttering. But I can see on the OBS broadcast right now, everything is hitching really bad. I'm down to like 2 frames a second. Let me take a look. Then when I have it pause, it's not doing that anymore. Let's see, 1920, 1080. Auto detect rendered settings. I didn't mess with any of this. It went ahead and did all these basic graphic settings by default. This is all the default stuff for my particular machine. We don't want to set the frame rate lower. At the very least, we'd want this at 60. Could try and set it at 1440. Leave VSync on. Still not I'm not seeing any performance drop on my screen, but I could still tell the broadcast is just wigging out. I don't know why. When I pause, everything goes back to normal, so it's clearly something in game. And I hadn't seen anything from people talking about the performance drops during streaming, at least not as of earlier today, but the game just unlocked. So let me real quickly go over the Reddit and just see if anyone, because tons of people are streaming this. Let me see if anyone is noting any weird performance issues. I have a decently strong machine. It should not be having issues playing this game. I've heard it was optimized pretty well for PC. Let's take a look. If I can't stream it, I'm going to be really upset because I've been looking forward to streaming this with you folks for months now. Not seeing anything on the subreddit. Let's see. Oh, there's advanced settings. I might need to mess with that. Could be the advanced settings are too high. Okay, I didn't see that. Let me take a look at the game. Here we go. Okay, this stuff might be set too high, which, again, shouldn't be because of my build, but let me... Here, I'm going to keep the chat up in case you guys are trying to talk to me. Let me mess with this. Everything is set to high. I think a 3070 Ti would be able to handle high settings across the board. Here, let me put this here. I just found an article talking about optimization settings. So let's see if we can really quickly fine-tune the stuff so it works. Texture quality. I'll have a low option. Shadow quality, drop a bunch of stuff to medium. Okay, let's see if this makes a difference. Put the resolution back on 1920 by 1080. All right. That looks better. You folks shouldn't be seeing dropping frames on the broadcast. Yeah, it's not going to look quite as sharp, but it shouldn't be dropping at all. That's annoying. I mean, it could be that my system doesn't like the fact that I'm streaming with a VTuber model at the same time. Let me close this. I'll put you folks back up here. But that just means most likely while I'm streaming it, I'll have to ratchet the settings down a little bit. And then when I'm eventually am no longer streaming this, I can probably crank the settings up when I'm playing off stream. But that kind of sucks. I wanted the graphics to be, you know, kind of high, just so it looked the best on the broadcast. But that'll do for now. All right, let's proceed. I'm sorry for the quick aside.
Where the hell did that come from? Affiliation unknown. It's a merc. Shut it down.
Guerrillas from the Liberation Front.
Nope.
If they get in the way of our work, eliminate them.
Eric said it looks good to me, so don't worry. All right. I'll keep an eye on the broadcast. Make sure it's not doing anything weird. Okay, this is assault boost.
I'm picking up signals from AC
Okay.
Rex.
Left stick down. Oh yeah, we can cancel it by
Follow
hitting
the
left stick
markers.
down. Oh, we can kind of kite to the sides too whenever we have assault boost on. That's kind of fun. There's the mission boundary. Alright, our objectives are these little markers all over the map. Got him. Or if it's going to tell me how to change my lock style for the missiles.
Stoffung and Schneider are on the move. The grid won't be safe. Corp AC. Wait, is that an independent?
Hello?
Destroy it!
You're outnumbered 6-1. Use your missiles.
Oh, who's left? I'm real interested to see what kind of weapons we have access to right off the bat.
Extract the pilot data. I'll analyze
I don't normally
it
go
from my
rifle.
end.
Usually I go shotgun. Shotgun or machine gun. Monkey Gordo.
It's Pilot's rank is no good. We can't use this.
Basically
Head to the
scavenging
next wreck.
scavenging these wrecks to find an AC license to lift we can use. I like how fast the energy regeneration rate is when you're grounded. Even if you redline, it comes back pretty quick once you're on the ground. It's definitely something that the older games didn't do. You're kind of stuck for like 20 seconds.
What?
Misty! We've got something good!
Get out of there! You can't handle them!
That's the PCA's planetside force. Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Analyzing.
G7 Hakra.
Corp license. Easily traced. Forget it.
There! That's the AC from the report!
Find out who they're working
Aw.
for.
Looks like they've got shields. Good thing you've got a blade.
Gotta one-shot him.
Let's see about this license.
Thomas Kirk. Expired.
This one's already expired. I've picked up one more wreck, 621. Transmitting marker. Go and check it out.
Alright, how are we doing on ammo? 450 shots on the rifle, 60 shots on the missiles. Okay. I'm gonna try and avoid direct combat with everything. Need to save some resources for the boss. Vertical catapults.
You can use that vertical catapult to get some altitude. That's it. Try accessing the wreck.
Boss time.
I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you.
That's
Use
not
your
what I wanted.
mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
Try to swat that thing in the face.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. Aw. I guess I need to get kind of undercover before I can use my repair kits. Gonna die a lot until I get kind of the hang of the controls.
That's it. Try accessing the rack.
Pretty generous at checkpoints though. Stuck me back here.
Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were onto you after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you. Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
Oh, I got staggered.
AP at 30%.
Okay, yeah. Not completely instantaneous.
AP at 30%. Wow.
Take a lot of damage from this thing.
No repair kits remaining.
Okay, I think I have to get in its face and melee it. That's a ton of stagger damage.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for it to kind of stop, get right in its face, and just swat it. The stagger meter is the yellow bar above the boss's health. It decays pretty quickly. Kind of thought it would stay for longer. But that means you can't really drag your feet. You've got to build up that stagger and take advantage of it. Otherwise, you're going to get shredded. Like so. I got a hydrate from Mysterious Phoenix. I remember a lot of the chatter around Armored Core 6's release before it came out and before a lot of people were playing it. Everyone said it's going to be way too easy. They've made the game too casual with all of the quality of life tweaks and everything.
Try accessing the rack.
This is the tutorial boss that has killed me twice now. I wouldn't say anything about this is too easy.
Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like Use your
Ooh.
mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
2 repair kits remaining. AP at 50%. 1 repair kit remaining.
This missile salvo's hurt. Hey, get over here.
AP at 50%.
Don't hover outside
No repair
the
kits
level
remaining.
boundary, cheater. So if I get staggered, that pretty much locks me in
AP
place for
at
like 2 seconds.
50%. AP at 30%.
Like so. Makes you a sitting duck. Oh, come on. Okay, I gotta get the boss towards the middle. If it goes outside the boundaries of the screen, I can't actually hit it. More dodging. More dodging, less getting blown up by missiles.
That's it. Try accessing the rack. Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were onto you after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you. Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
Ow.
AP at 50%.
Oh. Machine guns are enough to stagger me. There.
AP at 30%.
Yet to successfully stagger this thing. There we go.
Got them now. Make it count 621.
Gotcha. Whew. That was not easy.
Confirmed. Heavy combat helicopter is down. That's all for our work here today, 621. Here's the call sign from that license you picked up.
Raven. A good nod to the old school series.
Raven. That's your new name here on Rubicon.
$122,000 credits. That's not bad. Wonder if it takes into account total AP by the end as opposed to how much damage you've taken from the mission. All right, moving on.
Coral, a sublime substance. Discovered on Rubicon, a planet on the frontier of developed space. For a time, Coral was a revolutionary energy resource and data conduit, poised to transform human society by leaps and bounds. They called it the Fires of Ibis, a storm of flame that tore through the stars, leaving lethal contamination in its wake. Coral, the kindling, was thought to have been utterly consumed, forever lost. However, on Rubicon, the embers continued to burn. Humanity would inevitably return to stoke the fire.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is Allmind, the mercenary support system. Welcome back, Raven.
Hey.
Looks like you passed the authentication. Raven. That's who you are now, here on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
This notification follows restoral of access privileges. Allmind provides a combat training simulator to support its mercenaries. Your license was in a suspended state. Perhaps you may need a refresher. As an added incentive, completion of the exercises will be rewarded with AC parts. You stand to benefit regardless.
In other words, do the tutorials. I need to redeem my DLC code that I got from the deluxe edition. I'll do that next time. Okay, so now we're in the garage. We'll probably spend the majority of our time on the playthrough. Let's take a look. Here we can take a look at our build. Wonder what I've got. Well, okay, so weapons at the top. We have right arm, right back, left back. And we can quick cycle this way too. Okay, don't have any other weapons. We did pick up another head. Melander. This one, better AP, better attitude stability or stagger resistance, system recovery lower, heavier, EN load higher. Same with the main core. You could have marginally more AP and stability, but it looks worse kind of all around. It's higher base defense, Yeah, okay. Paint. Let's do like a real quick custom paint job. I'm not going to spend an exhaustive amount of time on stream doing the design because I could do this for hours and I'm sure no one wants to watch that. But let's see. how do we do? Okay, main. It'll tell us which section we're going to customize. Let's see if we can recreate similar design to what we were doing in For Answer. Oh, here we go. Which means B colors. Oh, we could do reflectiveness. That's pretty cool. We can go really shiny, or we can go kind of dull matte. It's not bad. Support. So this is the internal color. Ooh, that's not bad. Optional highlights. Weathering. So this is texturing. If we want this thing to look like it's been sort of out and through a bunch of combat, we can put some patterns on it, or we can go like brand spanking new, which I tend to like, but I think it's cool to have the option. It's like this is the paint is kind of peeling off. It looks really kind of beat up and kind of scuffed. You can even put corrosion and rust textures. That's neat. I like that option. Let's go clean, at least for this first one. And we can also do weapons. I won't worry about that for now. We're AC data. It's probably this one. This is our schematics. I wonder if this corresponds to the name. So I thought about this, and I'm going to do Vespertinus because it's bee themed. Image editor. Ah, here we go. This is like emblem creation. So again, I'll probably fill around that more offline. People have already been posting videos of insane things people are using the editor to create, like full-on anime waifu images using the different shapes and whatnot. And they've been doing that for a while, but it's bananas. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I definitely want a bee-themed emblem to use. We can put decals on different parts of the mech too. Let's see. We don't have access to shop. Doesn't look like it. We could swap things around with our base parts that we have, but we can't go buy anything new yet, looks like. And we go straight into test from here. That's nice. Oh, you can swap your parts around in assembly in the actual simulation. That's cool. I don't know what build I'm going to go for first. Kind of want to go high mobility, aerial shotguns, but heavier, like Gatling or chain gun quadruped or tetrapod sounds fun too. I'll have to recreate sniper tank for Matt. Okay, blade goes into cooldown regardless if you do one swipe or two. And that little bar directly to the left of my reticule. You can see it showing cooldown and recharge. Okay. Ah, here, training. Let's see if this will give us some parts we can mess around with too. I'm using a different... Oh, I'm using a machine gun. Alright. Okay, auto reload when mags are empty. Triangle R2. Oh, there's a manual reload too. Okay. Good to know. We don't have to just exhaust our magazine before we can reload. We can do it on the fly if we need to. Okay, missiles. Hold R1. Multi-lock attack. So if we hold it down instead of just tapping, then we'll get multi-lock and we can cancel. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So I wonder if we have to paint the targets and then go multi-lock in order to get a bunch. We'll find out. Yep. And this is a 3-shot fire. 3 or 6. Okay. Melee. So yeah, this is L2, and it can charge? I know it can charge. Oh, that works. Oh. Okay, so this is a swipe. That's a charge forward? Or is it a charge strike? Maybe it's damage. Okay, it's a heavy single strike. You can't do multiple when you're doing the charge. Scan. Okay, D-pad down. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Takes some getting used to get in order to get precise, but ooh. Hey, we got a machine gun. Automatically, that's going on my hand instead of the rifle. Eric says, hey, I'm back. Had to calculate the damage I made with my new build. Welcome back. We have beaten the tutorial. I'm going through some training missions right now. And we gave our AC a custom paint job. Eric says, I just did more than 300% damage and almost killed a boss with basic attacks. Nice. Sounds like an optimized damage build. What's the dot? Alright, let's see what else we got. That's it for training. Test. Replay mission. Okay, we can go right into sortie. So the way Armored Core missions work in this will be like the other games we've played, where the missions are presented to you, you can take them, and then I think it branches, giving you choices as the game goes on. So let's see, destroy artillery installations. Grid 135 cleanup. 300% with melee damage and not shooting weapons. Sounds effective. Let's do destroy artillery installations. I think Grid 135 cleanup is the one that people have been showing off in demo footage. Let's see what this one's about.
Got a job for you, 621. This is an open call from the Balaam Group, one of the corporate forces occupying Rubicon.
Attention, all independent mercenaries! This request comes from our affiliate, Dafeng. The Rubicon Liberation Front has deployed Baus artillery throughout the contaminated city. The city itself has no strategic value, but we cannot allow them to hinder expansion of the Coral Survey. Show us your ambition. Destroy the Liberation Front's artillery. Bonus pay will be awarded for destroying their MTs. We want the enemy weakened.
Okay, I've seen this one too.
Consider it an opportunity to prove yourself. Impress us, mercenaries!
Eric says, also people are already making the AVAs on this game. Of course they are. People would have had their 8 AC AVA builds ready to go before the game even launched. I can't wait to see some of the wacky things people make. It's going to be great. Okay. Loader 4. Okay, that's not the name. That's the name of the file. Where do I change the name? There we go. There's your name. Now it matches. And now it matches there too. All right.
The client doesn't care who does this job, as long as it gets done.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy all of the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery placements.
Oh, I forgot to update my schematic loadout with the machine gun. Oh well. Alright, got the rifle again.
We've got a corporate merc! They're all to us already. Sneaky bastards.
Okay, our target's those big gun emplacements.
That's one of the artillery placements. The front is protected with armor plating. Attack it from behind.
Deploy for combat. Destroy that AC.
There's only one of them. We can do this.
Uh-huh.
We're clear here. Move on to the next site, 621. You're up against mass-produced MTs. Eliminate them as necessary.
Enemy attack! They're after the artillery! Fight back!
Okay, there's more targets over there. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Ow. How dare you.
AP at 50%.
It takes a couple rifle shots to pop those.
2 repair kits remaining.
And the sound of the
Head to
blade
the final site.
cutting through things sounds
Keep up the
really
good
cool.
work.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of try and
There,
scout
that corporate dog.
a little bit, see if
Don't
there's
give
any
them another inch. We have to defend the artillery.
optional parts. There's secret stuff to find on the map, so I'm not gonna try and beeline it. Gotcha. That was worth taking a direct shot to the face.
Clear out the artillery here and our work is over.
Fire! Surround that AC!
Show that interloper what makes the Liberation Front strong. Forced and ash, we stand as one!
Uh-oh. Ah.
AP at 50%.
Hello.
AP at 50%.
Missed.
No repair kits remaining.
Sit down. $7K. No repair kits.
AP at 50%.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
That could have been cleaner. Oh, we didn't get dinged nearly as bad. I think the penalty for taking a lot of hits and whatnot are lessened in this game. 100K still respectable.
One new message.
Oh, hey, we got a hydrate and a drop beat from Micro. Hey, what's up, Micro?
This
Welcome
is a
to the stream.
notification from All Might, the mercenary support system. Registration number RB23.
You get back into the
Call sign
garage here and
Raven.
blew that
Your
beat.
return to mercenary activities has been acknowledged. Restoring access to the parts shop.
Ah, there's the shop. Now we can buy things. Micro says I'm lurking mode, but can't resist a good beat. Alright, well, we'll take care of that right now. Well, I guess if I alt-tab, it just kills the audio altogether. Let me fix this. Alright. It seems like I haven't had a drop a beat redeem in a while. But we'll see what we can come up with. All right. Let me turn that off. Headphones off. We proceed. All right. So now we have access to the store. First up, let's look at weapons. Right arm weapons. We've got handgun. It's a burst rifle. And a bazooka. 78 rounds. Thought this was a shotgun, but no, this is a smaller gauge handgun. I've never really used handguns. They're kind of faster firing rifles with less force and stopping power. I think I'm gonna hold off for now. I'm gonna slot that machine gun in, make sure I save my schematic. Left arm, this is our blade arm. I believe. Is there a way to show what I've currently got equipped? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So if I go in here, it'll tell me what my parameters change at. So compared to the blade, a lot of the projectile ones aren't going to do as much concentrated damage. But I'm going to leave the blade on for now. Being able to melee things is pretty handy, even though I suck at it. Back parts. 2-cell dual missile launcher. So this one is higher attack power. Oh, you can even see what it looks like. 2 rounds of 2, 4 total. That's not bad. Hey, Lava King's here. What's up, Lava King? I was wondering if you were going to show up today on this glorious launch day for AC6. Have you picked up the game? Ooh, left back unit. Ah, the shield. Okay. We can strap on another missile launcher, or we can go shield. I don't know how the shield plays. So let's check the shield out. I wonder if you have to engage it in order to soak damage, I believe. Lava King says, I don't understand the release date. It said it would be out Friday. How's everyone playing now? It's global release date. So because time zones are ahead of certain other ones, it actually released, like for the West Coast and Pacific time, it was live at 3 p.m. today. And so it's already the 25th around the world. So the other time zones are essentially playing it a little early. So you should be able to play it now. I don't know what time zone you're in, if you're Eastern, Central, or West Coast, but if you have the game, you should be able to play it now. There's a map on the Steam page that showed all of the release dates, and I could see that for Pacific it went live at 3. I just had to wait for it to unpack. And here we are. Console, for PC, the release dates are set, and the console's a little different. I know for consoles in West Coast time, I think it was going to go live a little bit later. So I would just check and see if you're able to play it on whatever platform. All right. Okay, we bought that. We don't have the ability to direct equip from here, looks like. That'd be nice. Here's the same dual missile launcher and the 4-cell that we've got. Okay. Ah, I see. Lava King says, I don't get paid until Friday and had a financial scare. Won't be buying it on PS5 till at least Saturday. Gotcha. Okay, so you're going to be playing it on PS5. I was telling Rira earlier that I need to put a thing out on the Discord to see who's playing on what. I think Rira said that they're picking it up on the PC. I'm playing it on PC. You're playing it on PS5. There's no cross-platform, unfortunately, but we'll see. Okay, what else we got? So now we have access to more parts. It's a different Melander? It's a different Melander than the one that I got unlocked, I think. We could take a look at the different heads. That one's kind of cool. The Tianqiang by Dafeng. This one is lower AP, lower stability, but much lighter and less intensive on EN load. It's kind of cool. Very flat, but with the highlights on top, it looks like there's two little eyes on top. VP44S Arquebus. Bit higher AP, but heavier. More EN load. Love King says, I'm not much of a PC gamer. Having autism and ADHD sucks. Yeah, I hear you. You missed it at the beginning of the stream, but the graphics were set to high on everything for this version, and it was not playing. Like, I could play it fine, but on the broadcast for OBS, it was down to like 2 frames a second. So I had to ratchet everything down to medium, and now it looks okay. Which is annoying, but it is what it is. But I do a lot of my gaming on PC because that's what I stream from. I don't have a capture card for console. I also don't have a PS5. So usually, I think in every case, when you see me streaming, it's from my computer. But I'll have to look into the settings a little bit off stream and see. Not Trier 44E Schneider. Kind of cool looking one too. Lighter, less AP, but more stagger resistance. Higher EN load, but overall less weight. So if we want to build a zippy, fast build, we'll need that. Ooh boy, cores are expensive. We can look at them though. Melander looks like it's all around but heavier, more energy drain. DFBDO8. It's a heavy boy. Higher AP, higher stability. But obviously more weight, bigger drain on energy. So probably tank or heavy biped type build. It's like a vehicle. VP40S Arquebus. This is pretty middle of the road. I'd probably want to upgrade to this one for at least this biped I'm working on. Bit heavier, higher EN load. I can't really afford much now. I'm just kind of looking through the parts, seeing what we got. 40E, not Trier. Light. Super light. Super light, lower defense. A bit higher EN drain. That looks cool. I like how the head position changes. I did find out through some early footage that people are posting on the subreddit that there are Exceed Orbit cores now. I think they're part of the cores, or they're like an extension build. They're the things that I had in 3rd generation where you can pop up a little satellite that shoots. And we haven't seen those since, I believe, 3rd generation, unless Verdict Day had them. I'll be keeping an eye out for those because they're pretty fun. They're essentially extra firepower. Okay. Can't afford any new cores. It's annoying. Now on the arms, we could go 46S Arquebus. This one's heavier. Skewing towards probably heavyweight, but more defense, more load capacity on the arms. Firearm specialization. What does that do? Oh, okay. So tell me right here. Tracking. Okay, it's tracking. If you hit, it's the central button on PlayStation. You can see what all of on contextual help. It'll tell you all of these stats mean. That's nice. Oops. We've got the DF AR08. These are even heavier arms. If we wanted to go big tanky boys, we probably want this one. This one's lighter. Lighter-ish. Heavier than what we've got on now, but not quite as heavy. And then lightest. Seems like the Schneider parts are built around lightweight. Very slick looking. And now the big gameplay one affecting parts, legs. So we've got the Melander. These look a bit heavier. DF LG08. These are definitely heavier bipeds. These look like they're a bit lighter. Again, Arquebus. Have I seen these before? No, I have not seen these before. The 42Es, lightweight reverse joints. So if we're going, again, zippy build, we'd probably want this one to get off the ground quickly. Not a lot of options for boosters. This one, a bit heavier, better EN load. Same with FCS. I'm gonna look at generators. No, well, that's the only one there. Higher EN recharge, supply recovery, and heavier. Lava King asks, hey Raku, how many cups of coffee can you drink in a day? I don't drink caffeine. The answer is none. If I drank something with the strength of a cup of coffee, it would keep me from sleeping. I used to drink tea a long time ago. And I do like tea, but I don't drink caffeine at all, so I have no tolerance. Therefore, I can't drink any at all. I can't even eat chocolate in the evenings because the trace amounts of caffeine in chocolate will keep me up. And I never liked the taste of coffee anyway, so back in the day it was either tea or energy drinks, but since actually the pandemic happened, I stopped drinking caffeine altogether. Which means brute force in the mornings. Okay. So, not a lot directly open at the moment. I could stick with this build until we stack up some more cash. I need to slot in the shield so we can play around with that, and we need to swap in the machine gun. Let's do that first and save our schematic. Eventually, after I've, accumulated a lot of resources and played through the game a lot, I'm going to straight up own every part so that I can mix and match, but it's going to take a while to get there. Ooh. We cannot go with the shield because that's going to put us over our low limit. Okay. We could either go with missiles or a shield. This thing's too heavy. Oh, well, we have it. I guess I can sell it and maybe try and buy something else. Oh. Can we not sell from this menu? That's weird. Huh. Huh. I don't see an option to sell. Well, that's kind of annoying. And you could do that in, I think fourth generation you could. And maybe it's hidden somewhere. I just have to find it. But all right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, we'll sell this for now. Get some money back and see if we can afford anything. Lava King says ADHD makes it impossible to get sleep some nights. I can only get sleep if I burn out myself. Back in high school, I wasn't getting to bed till 1, 2. Ah, I see. I keep a pretty terrible sleep schedule. I do not really encourage people to follow the sleep schedule I have, but because I start so early in the morning, I usually don't get a lot of sleep and take a nap in the afternoon after work. Okay, let's see what we can afford now. We can afford new legs. We cannot afford new legs. Not even close. Okay. Well, let's update our schematic. We're using Vespa Tyrannus. And we can go out, check out another mission. Oh, let's see what training they've got, since they give us parts for doing this. Combat fundamentals. Okay, this is charged weapons. And we can cancel with triangle. So like a rifle. Wow, it's potent. We're using a different prefab build here, which has blue boosters. I like that there's different booster colors. That's a really neat touch. Add to control system. This is the stagger bar. Okay. So we put the enemy into a stagger state. They'll take more damage with direct hits, kind of like a critical. So we can use our rifle to put the enemy in a stagger state and do something like run up on him and swat him with the sword. Okay, that's saying there's strain accumulates. So that's when you want to capitalize. Lends itself to being able to combo. That's gonna take some practice. King says me even able to pull all-nighters if I want. Dude, I'm so old. If I try and pull an all-nighter, I can do it. I'm not physically incapable of doing it, but I swear every time I've done it, which has not been recently, I get sick immediately after. Like being up all night causes my immune system to just disappear, so I get sick immediately after, so I don't do that. That, and if I pull an all-nighter, I will sleep through the entire next day. It's an incredible waste of my time. Back when I was a lot younger in Earth School, I could do it, but not anymore. Okay, surprise attacks. Okay, so you get higher stagger gauge when you surprise the enemy. Oh, those waste missiles. Ah, here's shields. So deploy shield, reduce incoming damage and ACS strain. Shield output is maximized for 1 to 2 seconds after deployment. So basically you can't just keep it out forever. You want to time it so that it soaks damage. Seems like its effectiveness goes down, but I'm just looking at the readout to see if it ever just overheats on its own. I think it overheats if it soaks enough damage. Nothing's hitting it, you can keep it out, but then it becomes less effective. That's interesting. Okay, so shots out of assault boost will do greater impact and your damage will go down. Okay, so that means you can't just get completely shredded when assault boosting, but it sure seemed like that on the first boss. Okay, I don't know if I can do the charge shot while I'm boosting. Try it. I missed. Okay. You got a linear rifle, nice. How's that look? Can I even put that on? No, that thing is heavy. $420 total rounds, 112, so definitely higher attack power than the machine gun. Okay. Does it automatically pop in the shop once we've unlocked it? Yeah. Oh, I do want to buy 2 of them. Okay. So you can replay previous missions. This is what you do if you want to get a better rank, better grade. Okay, now we got grid 135 cleanup. Alright, before we do this, I'm going to go fry some chicken and mix up some fuel. I'll be back in 1 sec. We'll just leave things here and I'll go on mute. I'll be back real quick. Actually, let's see. If I minimize, it's going to turn off the volume. That's fine. We'll leave it right here real quick. Alright, let's continue. Lava King asks, so Raku, what is the mech's name? Let me see if it... Nope. Let's look at the briefing first and I'll show you.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group, one of the extraplanetary corporate forces.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. The operation will take place in Grid 135, Southern Belius. Your objective is to destroy an MT squad sent by Dafeng, a Balaam company, and a competitor. Grid 135 is a key foothold in Arquebus's efforts to conduct a coral survey in the contaminated city. You, the independent mercenaries, are the key to maintaining our lead in the coral survey race. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
We were employed by Balaam in the mission before this. Now we're attacking them. Okay. So, fortunately, it gives us access to the AC data before the mission starts, which is pretty neat. So this one is Vespa Tyrannus, which we can even spin around too if we want to look at it. I wanted to do a bee-themed biped, so that's what we got here to start. It's pretty basic. It's using the stock parts for the most part here, because I can't afford much at the moment. But on AC data, we have the schematic system from essentially every generation before this, starting with 4. And so you can save your loadout here, and then if I wanted to pull up a different AC build, I grab it from right here and then just load it in. It's very seamless and really easy to use. I guess we'll find out how many you can have total, because I intend to create a lot of them. But yeah, Vespa's our main for now until we get more parts. Let's go ahead and jump into Grid 135 cleanup.
You've got ID. Now you need a rep. Get their attention, 621.
Lava King says, what's her
Main
name?
system activating
I told
combat
you.
mode.
The AC's name is Vespa Tyrannus.
Commence mission. Wipe out the Dafeng MT squad.
If you're talking about like a regular like person name, there's only one name. And I cannot pull up any diagnostics here that would show that, but yeah. Pilot name is Raku. You'll see that on the different schematic loadouts. Oh, I see. You didn't hear me. Yeah. Vespa Tyrannus is the name of this build. Okay, we're on the catapult. And let's not do that. Oh, opposite direction. I had to reread your chat. You're eating eel? Are you eating unagi? If so, I'm jealous because unagi is delicious.
Enemy
Alright,
attack!
okay.
What I see? Looks like the Arquebus Group hired some muscle. An independent mercenary, huh? At least they didn't send the Vespers.
Intercepting! They're just mass-produced MTs. Wipe them out, 621.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that does flat damage. At least it doesn't fail the mission. We fall out of bounds. Have to mind our energy.
pilot's sharp.
Focus your fire!
You're not dead. Yeah, you're dead.
That merc's tearing through us.
Damn it. Archivist really scored this time.
Only a few targets left. Wait. I'm picking up new enemy signatures.
Great.
Looks like reinforcements. Eliminate them.
Alright, looks like we're headed further in. I love the little details, like the jets sort of arcing off to the sides as you're boosting, you change direction. It's a really neat touch.
AP at 50%.
Ooh, that's fast.
Commander Michigan needs to know.
The enemy MT squad has been eliminated. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Oh, we're not going further in? Yeah, I'm liking the machine gun a little bit more than the rifle. Oh, was that Johnny Young Bosch somewhere in there? Wouldn't surprise me. That dude's in everything. Okay, so I know Lava King. I don't know if I talked about this since you've been here, but as I've been completing missions, this is like the third one I've done. I've been taking decent damage and going through a lot of ammo. The cost penalty in this game seems to be pretty low compared to some of the older games where, you know, you finish at a third of your AP and you get dinged 90% of your cost and payout. So I've been able to make, I'd say, probably about 75% of my total fee, even not doing these super cleanly. So I know you were wondering about that. The penalty is really not that restrictive in this.
One new message.
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. You have also been granted access to participate in the Log Hunt program. We kindly request that you submit combat logs after destroying designated craft. Allmind will reward you with parts based on the number of submissions you provide.
Collectibles? Lava King says, wait, what about 90%? I was talking about the mission cost penalty. Based on the stuff I've done so far, it wasn't 90%. I was saying I've made about 75% of my fee, roughly, even doing missions pretty sloppily. So the point is the overall cost penalty does not seem that bad. I would be flat broke in third generation if I was getting hit with the same penalties, or I'd be in the negative. Okay, so the little mark shows Log Hunt. And you can get bonuses. That's cool. Yeah, exactly. Well, at least so far, it doesn't seem likely that we're going to be severely penalized just by not doing great on the mission. Because I'm at 282k in credits, which again, some of the stuff's a little expensive, but it doesn't seem too bad. And yeah, you can repeat missions, so you can farm up stuff, do them over, try and get a better grade, and all that. So it seems pretty friendly in that regard. Is 200k a lot? Well, if we go to the parts shop, it depends. So like, for your weapons, they're less than 100k, with the exception of some bigger, heavier ones. So weapons, not too expensive. On the hands, arm weapons. Back, at least these ones here, like these dual 2 cells, they're 144k. But some of these other ones, like the shield, 43k. This 4-cell missile launcher that I'm using now, 74k. Heads, not too bad. This one's a little pricey. It's the cores and the legs. Like these mid lightweight ones, not too bad. I could buy them outright. But the heavier and more specialized ones, like 354, it's gonna cost. But legs, I could get the 42Es now, which let's check these out. Another thing they mentioned in the tutorials, which I've also heard, you can sell back parts at cost, so you don't lose money. You could buy something, test it out, don't like it, sell it back for what you bought it. You don't lose any money. So this is going to cause us to drop an AP. Oh no, I can't do this. Our EN load is too low. The stuff I've got is too heavy. I need a new generator. This one drops our capacity, so kind of stuck at the moment unless I want to swap out all of my parts to go way lighter. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Can wait for now. I can't even get a new booster without going over our capacity. Lava King says, as Mr. Burns said in the PS2 game, excellent. Yeah, so far seems pretty friendly as far as the costs and whatnot, which is good. Since a lot of new people are going to be checking out Armored Core for the first time, it'd be good to not scare them off with really player hostile mechanics. Okay. Yeah, the energy load is going to be a problem. Okay, we're still fine, more or less. Let's just keep going and try and stack up more cash. Destroy transport helicopters. Destroy tester AC. I wonder if this is going to put us against another actual AC pilot instead of MTs. I'm going to try this one.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. Dafeng, one of our adversaries allied with Balaam, has introduced a new tester AC. It's a sample model from an external architect, featuring extensive assembly optimizations. In the hands of an experienced pilot, it will pose a threat far too great to ignore. This brings me to the request. Intercept delivery of the tester AC and destroy it. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
Corporate espionage. Let's go. Okay. So in case you didn't see it on the last mission, Lava King, over on my AC info, it shows the name too. I had to look for it. When we load in our schematic, it's at the top. Well, we don't have really anything else to do here, so I guess we're jumping in.
The target may be a product sample, but it's still an AC. Stay sharp, 621.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. We've got a read on the target. Now's the time, 621.
Okay, we've been here before.
We're under attack! Must be the locals. No, it's an independent.
That pilot's just a trainee on delivery duty, but don't let your guard down.
I'll deal with Merc. I've been training for this.
His AC has reached breaking point. Go for a direct hit.
Damn it! I can't die like this.
Voice sounds familiar.
Red Guns need this AC. I can't fail this mission.
Ow.
I'm real Merc. My training is paying off.
Get cocky,
2
kid.
repair kits remaining.
I can't die to a Merc rolling kills for credits.
Land a direct hit. It's time we wrap this up.
AP at 50%.
Thought he was stunned. Gotcha.
I just wanted a call sign of my own.
Enemy AC destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Okay. Pretty straightforward, just basically in a closed arena fight. Now, was that Johnny Youngbosh again? Okay, so here's a good example of what I was saying. So I took decent damage even though I healed. Total pay out of 95k minus expenses and ammunition, 67k. Not bad. You know, it would have been way worse in the older games. It was a lot more merciless with the mission penalties. And like, if we wanted to go back in, that mission took like 5 minutes. It took
1 new message.
it took longer to sit through the briefing. We could go back in and do that again for like another quick 60 or 70k.
621. About the tester AC you downed. That was being shipped to the Red Guns, Balam's in-house AC squad. They're Balam's main force, and its members are no amateurs. Remember who you're messing with.
That's ominous. I guess we could sell the rifle. Why does it show up in the list? Okay, hey, we can't sell a rifle. Weird. Alright, 349. Oh, shops. My bad. So it seems like overall weight, current load is overall weight, and EN load is right at the limit with what I'm using now. We could go for the 40E, which drops our weight down. It drops our EN load down too, so I think we'd have to get another generator. Although that doesn't help. This particular model of generator doesn't help. This FCS says it's geared towards missile locks. Yeah, still not a ton of options. I guess we'll have to see as things get unlocked. What's taking so much of my EN load? Well, not really arms. Lava King asks, oh hey Raku, you're a music guy, right? Are you a west side or east side rap? You're asking if I prefer East Coast or West Coast? That's an interesting question. So I'm a big hip hop person. If it wasn't obvious by the fact that I do beatboxing, I do looping, and I do a little bit of rapping myself, I'm a big hip hop person. Much more old school than new stuff. New stuff I don't like as much, just style wise, and especially the mumble stuff that was popular in the last few years. I definitely don't really care for. But style wise, I like to think of hip hop, and you're gonna hear me use this analogy a lot, not just for music, but I think of hip hop like eating pizza, like being a big fan of pizza in general, but depending on the mood, you might like a certain type. So I think I probably skew towards East Coast stylistically. So I would think of East Coast kind of like pepperoni, and West Coast might be like chicken with bacon or something like that. They're both really good flavors, and sometimes I'm in the mood for one over the other. But thinking about beats and artists, I think I probably like a little more East Coast, which is kind of funny because I live on the West Coast. But I like West Coast a lot too. Like Snoop Dogg is one of my favorite rappers. Busta Rhymes, who's from New York, I believe, is one of my favorite rappers. And so it's a mix, but I think stylistically I like East Coast a little more, just because of the beat construction. But it's hard to say. It's usually based on my mood. And I like stuff from the South too. And international stuff, I could talk about all sorts of places that hip hop I like comes from. Good stuff out of the mainstream and less mainstream scene in Japan. Really cool underground stuff out of Canada, if you can believe it. Lava King says, I rediscovered Jump Around. That song still slaps. Oh yeah, House of Pain. Everybody likes Jump Around, especially in Boston, which is funny because I don't think those guys are originally from Boston. Okay. Let's keep going with missions. No, Lava King says Busta Rhymes. He saved us from Michael Myers in arguably the worst Halloween movie. He has done a bit of acting. I like the dynamic personality and stylings of Busta Rhymes, especially his older stuff. Like When Disaster Strikes is one of my favorite albums of his. I have a physical CD of that. Came out in the 90s. If you want to talk about like fast flow and just fun high energy stuff, that's why I like him. I need to do a hip hop presentation at some point. I do want to do that. I need to do the fighting games one first, but I need to do like a Raku talks about hip hop on stream for a couple hours. It's on my list of things to do. Don't get me wrong, there's contemporary stuff that I think is good. It's just a lot of what's popular and contemporary I don't like. But for like more modern artists, Kendrick Lamar, probably one of my favorites. I do like Eminem a lot. I keep tabs on a lot of his stuff. The second Marshall Mathers LP was very, very good. And his stuff that's come out has been good, very good. Above average, I'd say, because of the skill and wordplay that dude employs. But I could talk more about the old school stuff. It's kind of a mix. I don't want to sound like a freaking hipster. It's just the kind of lower energy trap stuff I'm not a big fan of. And especially sad boy rap, I'm definitely not a fan of that. It's not as prevalent, I think, now, but I don't listen to the radio, so usually when I hang out with my brother, I hear what's on the radio and what's popular. All right, destroy transport helicopters. Let's see what this one's about.
Got a job for you.
2000s, late 90s rap feels soulful and has character.
Group sent a request.
Yeah, there's good stuff and bad stuff there too.
Raven, this request comes from Dafeng, one of our affiliates.
These are the guys I just
The
attacked.
group has committed to use of military force to handle the Rubicon Liberation Front. Target for this mission is a squad of transport choppers. Destroy them. You'll encounter guerrilla resistance from Baus mass-produced MTs. They're no great concern. You performed adequately in your last sortie, Raven. This did not go unnoticed. We will be watching with interest to see what you bring to the team.
Alrighty then. I wonder if it's been auto-saving after I finish
Now
the
they're
mission.
asking
I'll
for
probably
you
look
by
at that.
name. Keep building your rep.
I like the little bits of flavor dialogue as you go into a mission and Walter's talking to you.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers.
Okay, we're on this map again, but in a different section. Not what I wanted.
We're under attack. It's a corporate merc. Intercept. Keep them off the supplies.
Confirmed. Transport chopper down.
Okay, those are the targets.
Keep at it, 621. There, take it out.
Hostile AC! Defend our supplies! Our comrades on the Strider can't wait any longer!
Get out of here.
Damn! Corporation!
trying to see if I could splash with the blade. I think if you hit enough things with the path, you can take more than one target out. Alright, where's our next target?
It's here. Fight back.
We're no match for
Oh boy,
an
that looks like heavy artillery.
Have no fear. The coral is with us.
Looks like they've got a Baus tetrapod.
Ah.
It's a cut above the other MTs. Ignore it and focus on the mission.
Well, I'd have to ignore it when it's shooting at me, Walter. Ooh. Got some heavy weapons up.
AP at 30%.
Oh boy. Got my life.
AP at 50%. One repair.
Maybe I
kit
should
remaining.
ignore that thing. Where's my target? There it is.
AP at
Ow, wow.
50%.
Thought I dodged that. I did not.
Looks like you got them all.
Was picking Rubicon clean not enough for you? You shameless coral scavengers.
That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Okay, I was wondering when it was gonna stop me from taking damage. I was trying to kill the tetrapod to see if I get a bonus for doing that. I almost died as a result. Here, 122k. We netted 86. Pretty good. Lava King says, "You got greedy, lad." Hey man, no guts, no glory.
Well, Handler Walter. The way your hound's been up in my business, I'm surprised you'd even dare to call. Michigan, about my proposal. Yeah, you sure about that? I'll be working your hound just as hard as any other red gun. Gen 4s can be emotionally withdrawn. They need a shot in the arm every now and then. Then you got a deal. I'll send Volta and Iguazu. They'll give your latest hound a proper red gun welcome.
I guess we're gonna be working with red guns.
One new message.
I see you're back, 621. The Corps see the Liberation Front as a hindrance to expanding their coral survey. But to the Rubiconians, your actions are only helping the Corps with their invasion. It's just...
Whoops, I mean to cut him off. Apparently, from what people are saying that have played through the game, on New Game Plus, you get to play through again, and different branching paths open up, and there's several endings, several final bosses. So the replay value of running through Armored Core is just as strong as it was in the older games, which is very encouraging. And I haven't even unlocked the arena yet. Imagine that's coming up soon. Still nothing unlocked. Although I got a dot here. Did I pick something up? Oh well. Alright, so we got. We're gonna attack the damn complex. Destroy weaponized mining ship. Oh, the Strider. Okay. This is the one. We have consorts, friendlies. This is the one that Walter's dialogue was talking about with the red guns, I think. Well, let's look at this one.
Got a job for you, 621. You're joining an operation planned by Balaam HQ. Check the briefing.
Heard the good news from Walter, did ya? Good. Sit your ass down and listen. Balaam's moving in on the Gallia Dam complex, one of the Liberation Front's bases. The objective is to destroy their lifeline and make those sacks of shit beg for mercy. I'll be sending 2 good-for-nothing maggots from the Red Guns, Gun 4 Volta and Gun 5 Iguazu. You're just gonna be tagging along on ass-wiping duty. I'm assigning you the call sign Gun 13, a lucky little number that just became available. Gun
Oh,
13,
sure.
sound off! Good enough. Now go get ready! We're going on a field trip, kiddo!
I work with a dude that sounds just like Michigan. It's pretty funny. The Balaam groups are, I guess they're like the good old boy military dudes. All right. Let's see what we got.
Gun 13, huh? I'll stick with 621. Don't let the Red Guns teach you bad manners.
Wouldn't want me talking back to my handler.
Main system activating combat mode.
Balaam Group AC Squad Red Guns reporting for duty. Commence mission. Attack! Get in there, you maggots!
Great. An independent merc. Who's the wise guy who decided the Red Gun should be taking care of some freelancer?
Who gives a shit? We'll handle this mission ourselves. 1 target destroyed.
Hey, freelancer. Bet no one even told you why we're here. Well, us real Red Guns are gonna go climb the wall. This is just target practice.
Ow.
When we're done, the locals' little base is next.
Gun 5! Can't tear yourself away from chatting with a tag-along? Why don't you start a sewing club together and stitch that damn mouth of yours shut?
2 targets destroyed.
How about that? Guess you're not a total amateur. Gun 4! Can't say I considered you a pro either.
Okay, where's our
We
next target?
don't need backseat drivers in the Red Guns. Shape up or ship out!
621. Eradicate the frontline MTs.
Okay.
That takes care of the frontline MTs.
That was just the warm-up. Look alive, maggots!
2 generators to go. Keep moving, 621.
Hope you're enjoying the field trip, kids. Don't wet your pants now.
Does this guy ever shut up?
Gun 5! No luck with a sewing club, I see. That attitude won't get you far on Rubicon. Hope you pilot better than you sew.
Next target.
1 more target remaining, 621.
there.
Do you hear me, you corporate vultures?
Index
The
Dunham.
Rubiconians will never yield. You're going home in armored coffins. Forged in ash, we stand as one!
Hot dog, I got an AC.
More like an old piece of junk. It's barely different from an MT.
Gun 4, you're not exactly cutting edge either. You want to be next on the scrap heap?
Burn Pickaxe. That's the name of the AC.
Independent mercenary. Why be a mere pawn? What honor is there in serving corporations that exist only to kill and plunder?
Pay me.
Damn you, scavengers!
Got him.
Father D'Olion, I've found you!
All King says, tell my 50 to shove it.
Gun 13, guess you're not just tagging along anymore. Now hurry up and destroy that stinking old dam. We've got a job to do here!
Looks like we got competition.
You got lucky, freelancer.
No respect, I tell ya.
Two repair kits remaining.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed.
Looks like my good-for-nothings were good for something after all. Field trip's over. Gun 13, I'll keep that lucky call sign open for you.
Okay. That went pretty smoothly. Controls are starting to gel. Still trying to work on my spacing with the blades, but that's pretty good. 190. Take home 171. Call that a success. That enemy AC pilot is an optional fight. We got a log for it though, which is good.
One new message.
You got lucky, Merc. You were the only warm body they could find. The Red Guns are going to be first over the wall. Have fun watching from the sidelines.
You better hope I don't decide to fight your faction, buddy, or you're going first. Okay, 600k. Let's see if we can buy anything. That's tempting. We'd need like a really heavy build to take that. Let's see if I can get lighter arms. Or a lighter core. That is, in fact, a heavier core. Everything here is higher EN load and weight. What I really need is a better generator. Okay. Well, not really getting much options, but I think we just need to make more progress and stuff will open up. Just keep stacking up cash. Let's see, where is... I don't see a save feature anywhere, so I'm gonna assume it's saving every time I beat something. Ah, here we go. Let's see if we can find a good temp emblem till I create one of my own. I don't see any bees. That one's kind of cool looking. Alright. I guess we will continue on. We got our first large target, the Strider. Alright.
Got a job for you, 621. This one's a request from the Arquebus Group.
Again.
Raven, this request comes from Schneider, an Arquebus subsidiary. The mission will take place in the Bona Dea dunes of Western Bellius. Our Coral investigation there is being blocked by the Strider, a Rubicon Liberation Front mining ship. You are to destroy it. The Strider is a mobile resource base that was extensively weaponized by the Liberation Front. Call it the crowning glory of their efforts to militarize into an anti-corporate force. Your attack will focus on the Eye, a giant laser cannon connected directly to the main generator. It's protected by a shield, which is powered by auxiliary sub-generators. These should be your first targets. This concludes the briefing. Good luck.
Alright. It's essentially like an arms fort we're gonna fight.
Time for a little self-promotion, 621. Smash the Strider, and Arquebus HQ will be sure to remember your name.
Main system activating combat mode.
Alright, new map.
Commence mission. First, get through all that dust and make contact with the Strider.
Oh boy, I think all the particles and everything are definitely not making my broadcast happy. I didn't look at the last one. Was there any problems with the frame rate on the last one? Oof. That's pretty rough. Let me see if there's anything else I can adjust. Let's put everything. I don't want to put anti-aliasing on. Oh, let's just see. No. Still fine on my end, but I can see the broadcast. It's stuttering a lot. That is incredibly annoying. Let me try something. I'm gonna... I gotta put everything back. Put this on high. I'm gonna try and turn my model off. Okay, let me see if I just disable the source, if that helps. In fact, I'm going to close VTube Studio altogether just to see what happens for this mission. And let's just see if it helps. So you'll be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me for a minute. Yep, that's the problem. For some reason, my setup cannot do this stuff and my model at the same time. That sucks. Let's do this mission, and then I'm gonna think about that. So, get used to hearing a disembodied voice, at least for this mission.
An unidentified AC. Must be one of the corporation's dogs. Activate the eye. Burn them away.
Yes, sir! Coral, abide with Rubicon!
Abide with Rubicon.
Alright, I'm gonna beeline it. Don't want to get hit by that.
Alright, now you're up close and personal. Take out one of its legs and bring it to a halt.
What? They evaded the eye's laser?
I'm gonna try and swat it with my sword.
Prepare for close range combat. Intercept.
Yep, I'll do. Oh, it's got a lot more life.
You need to take out one of its legs to bring it to a halt.
I'm working on it. There we go.
Confirmed. Strider leg compromised. It's going down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Alright, now we've got a foothold to get on the deck. Grab on and get to work on the sub-generators.
Now we're scaling this thing. Aw. Well, at least there's no boundary. Gotta get up there. Take out the generators. Easier said than done. Ow. I was hoping it would just scale directly up. It did not.
Pilot's no rookie. We can't take any chance. Decouple the rear.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to cut and run. Head to the midship 621 and don't let them go.
We can't shake the enemy AC!
Remember, we fight for the Coral. Defend the sub-generator.
Target the sub generators when I get closer. Uh-oh. That thing's still active. There's no foothold there. Uh-oh.
AP at 50%.
Okay, that's the boundary.
2 repair kits remaining.
I guess I should probably snipe that since I can't fly indefinitely. Ow, 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 ow.
AP at 50%.
That one I can spawn.
Sir, we've lost another sub-generator!
2 to go.
Remember the hardships that made us. Remember that when Rubicon burned, we endured.
1 repair kit remaining.
We're losing the shield, sir!
Just 1 left.
Where is it? On the other
The
side?
flagship of our war. Hold the line. Defend the ship with your line.
Yeah. Right there. It's moving.
All sub-generators destroyed.
Got him.
The ice shield is offline. Head to the front segment and hit the target.
Go.
AP at 30%.
Lame.
No repair kits remaining.
Oh, there's a catapult. Woo! Alright. Now he's gotta get close to the eye. Oh, that was close. Yeesh. I have to do something about this energy problem.
Now you've got the target in your sights.
The corporate dog has been slain. Coral, abide with Rubicon.
Immediately, as soon as I got on deck. Immediately. Where's it gonna stick me? Do I have to do all the generators again?
Now you've got the target
Oh no, I'm
in
right
your
here.
sights. Time to finish this, 621.
AP at 50%. 2 repair kits.
Charge the cannon. Burn the Coral plunderers.
You guys can hit it point blank.
AP at 30%.
As long as I don't take a direct hit.
yet. Show them our pride.
Aw, it hit the central part.
Sir, the eye's in a critical state. Impossible. How can just one AC do this?
No repair kit.
Sir, no response from the eye.
Alright, good.
No, we can't lose the Strider.
Confirmed. Target destroyed. And it looks like all that energy it was sucking up has nowhere to go.
We need to get clear.
Move 621. You need to get clear of the Strider.
Damn hyenas. Devastating the planet. Coral, combined with Rubicon.
Whoa.
See that, 621? The Strider's blowing itself up. A fitting end for something built to fail.
Oh, what a spectacle. Really well done on the scale, that fight. It's pretty cool. $201K, not bad.
You must be the handler, I presume, for the independent mercenary Raven. Honored to make your acquaintance, V2 Snail. I understand you want to join Operation Wall Climber. You do realize that disposing of some Liberation Front garbage hardly qualifies you. Know your place, you meager dog sitter. The answer is no. I hear you're deploying V1 again. Must be rough only having one good pilot to rely on. Oh? Are you suggesting your dog can take Freud's place? You'll see. Just give us the chance. Very well, then. We're also deploying V4. Who's been equally brazen of late. Let's see how they both perform.
Alpha King says, hey, what's the emblem creator like? I could show you. It's very comprehensive. You could do some really interesting stuff with it.
One new met.
Raven, your work on the Strider deserves commendation.
Sweet.
I am thrilled to have issued you the request. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Archibus Group's mercenary liaison. V8 Pater, at your service. I think I'll enjoy doing business with you.
Got an Archibus emblem. New parts. Okay, so it's going to update systematically. Let me turn my model back on. We'll look through some things here, and then we'll wrap up for today. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn on VTube Studio. I'll just put this right back where it was before. I may have to tweak settings with VTube Studio itself. There's got to be a way to have that and the game running at the same time. I may have to like drop down my model to 30 FPS or something. But I'll experiment with that for next time. and I can test it with that mission. All right, so emblem creator. Okay, so basically we have access to flat images or designs. I was talking earlier on the stream about how some people have already started posting like anime waifu emblems that they've created using all of the stuff in here, just using the shape manipulation and everything. It's pretty in-depth. So we could take all of these basic presets. I haven't actually messed around with this. Is there a B one? Oh, there is. So we could set a base and then assign a color to it. So, and a transparency level too. That's kind of cool. And we could scale. And basically this functions like a layer system, which is how people are doing like the waifu things. So I think if I hit plus and go in here, you basically drop in a new layer. And so people are taking the shapes and they're basically flipping the shapes and they're scaling them around so that they can create like a big layer of things, and that's how they're creating these. Like, look it up on YouTube. Just look up like Armored Core 6 anime emblem and see what people are doing. It's crazy. Well, let's see. How do I scale the size? D-pad. So if I wanted to do something like this, I want to try and create a helmet. And then we can go in and... Where's the color? Edit color. All right. If we did something like this, then we go in and create a solid color. Let's see, maybe go like helmet. I'm trying to do a helmet here. So we select the color and then we scale it down. Where do I go to? I want transparency. I thought there was a transparency. Maybe not. Gradient. Oh, that's kind of cool. Basically, it functions like a layer. And now, can I move the layer? Oh. Yep, I can move layer down, so we can... Basically, kind of like Photoshop, we can change the hierarchy, so now the circle's behind the B. That is definitely doable. I'm sure there's a way to change transparency. Toggle mask? Let's try that. I'm not going to spend a ton of time doing this. But let's see if we did this. Nope, where's the options? Oh, okay. I think that's creating a clipping plane. Okay. We'll keep that for now. I will work on this some more offline. But now we can set this as our... This is all edits. Let me see where I do... AC data. No, this is in a different place. Where is it? Here we go. That's name. I know I saw it before. Data name. No, that's the name of the file. Where was it? I'll find it here. It's in here somewhere. Not paint. Paint's all colors. Decals. Could have sworn it was in here. Asked us to select our emblem. Where the heck was it? No, it's definitely not there. That's name. Man, where was it? I got a prompt somewhere that said choose your... Oh, it's license data, I think. There it is. There we go. It's not under the actual customize. It's over here. So now we have an emblem. I guess I could scale it up a little bit. Oh well. I'll play around with it. Like I said, the actual customization of the emblem creation is incredibly robust. I'll definitely see if I can come up with something cool by next time. Oh, I didn't even realize. I didn't realize that the broadcast was lagging because I had my model back on. Turn VSync off. Nope. Okay. Well, we're gonna leave it paused here so that I'm not like moving around in slow motion. I gotta play around with my settings. I'll see if I can get my VTube Studio to play alright with the game so that I can be on screen and have the game playing at the same time. But it did alright for majority of the stream. That last mission was pretty rough. But we will go ahead and call that a session for today. This is a pretty good first look at Armored Core 6. The game is a lot of fun. I will tell anyone on the fence who's considering picking this game up and getting into it, if you've never tried Armored Core before, now's a really good time. This game is very friendly to newcomers just based on how it's set up from what I've seen. The controls feel intuitive. It took me maybe a few missions to sort of get comfortable with moving around and attacking things, and now it feels pretty comfortable. But we'll definitely be looking at this again. I will see if I can fix the graphic problem by Saturday. We're supposed to stream this again Saturday. And if not, I might go without model. Maybe I'll put like a flat ping. That way I at least have some sort of avatar on screen. We'll see. But in the meantime, let me go and see who is online to raid. I'll go ahead and mute this while I'm taking a look at my list here. Oh, Matt's live. Let's go raid Matt. He is playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Nice. I want to play that at some point. So let me get this set up. And we'll go to outro. And we will commence the raid. So thanks for everyone who came and hung out while we took a look at Armored Core 6. I got some tinkering in the background on settings to figure out, but we'll be back with this again in some format by Saturday. So until then, hope everyone has a good evening. Now let's go see what Mr. Toxicure is doing.